In this video, I'm going to do an audio test to compare the sound that you can capture using the AirPods Pros and the BeatsX headsets on your One R video compared to the internal mic. So let's jump right in. The ability to attach the AirPods was promised by Insta360 One R and has now been fully enabled. So I thought I would test the premium Apple product, the AirPods Pro, to see how they shaped up in terms of audio quality as a mic on the Insta360 One R compared to the internal mics. But I also wondered if the W1 chip in the BeatsX that allows it to be used seamlessly between Apple devices also works with the Insta360 One R. And the BeatsX are a lot cheaper too, at about 1/3 of the price of the AirPods Pro, which in my opinion is a phenomenal deal. And the good news is that the BeatsX connects just fine over Bluetooth with the Insta360 One R, just like the Apple Airpods do too. So let's start with the 4K setup here with the Insta360 One R up here on our balcony with the internal mics. Then we'll go to the AirPods Pro and then we will go to the BeatsX. I'll first test them close up and then I'll walk 5 meters away to the end of the area up here in the house and see how well the One R can still pick up the sound. You'll be able to judge the mic performance and sound quality for yourself. Okay, let's start with the internal mics close up. Alright, so here I am speaking very close to the Insta360 One R, just using the internal mics. You may be able to hear some waves in the background. And maybe a few birds as well. Okay, so how does that sound with me standing quite close to the internal mics of the Insta360 One R? Okay, now I'm going to go a little bit further away and keep talking at the same volume. Alright, how does that sound? Can you hear me? I'm talking at the same volume, perhaps a little bit louder, to see if you can hear me or not, with the internal mics picking me up with the Insta360 One R. And now I'm getting a little bit louder again, possibly with the Insta360 One R, still speaking at the same volume. How did that work? All right, and now I'm connected to the AirPods Pro, not really sure. And so how is this sounding? I'm quite close to the camera here again, and I'll just see what this sounds like and what sort of atmospheric sounds you can pick up. Now, I hear that the mic on the AirPods Pro is a little bit disappointing. It'd be interesting to see how this looks and sounds. And I'd be interested in hearing your comments too in comparing the internal mic, the BeatsX and the AirPods Pro. Okay, I'm going to go back out here now and let's keep talking. And what else can you hear? Okay, so I'm now about 5 meters away at the back of the little deck here that we have at the house. And you can see the view around me, and you can probably still hear me about 5 meters away. There's no obstacles here. I haven't done any obstacle tests in this test. But hey, what do you think it sounds like? I'll just get a little bit closer now and bring this test to an end. All right. Good. What did you think? All right, here I am now connected with the BeatsX, and I'm quite close to the camera. And I'm just wondering how this sounds, whether the microphone is picking this up. And I'm just wearing it around my neck here now as a little bit of a different option to the internal mic, but also wearing the AirPod Pros in my ear and then necessarily blocking that up. Sometimes it can be a little bit awkward, but like this, it's almost invisible if I'm just wearing it around my neck. Now I'll just go a few meters away and see how that sounds. Just track my sound here. And I'm probably about 5 meters away now. And just wondering how that sounds about 5 meters away. Here's some atmospheric sounds, some birds, maybe the sea. And I'll come a bit closer again and see how that sounds. How was that for a little bit of a sound test? Okay, so here are my thoughts. These are actually unexpected results. I thought the internal mic performed well, but it's clearly not a good solution if you're standing quite far away. The AirPods performed really poorly. They weren't synced with the video correctly using the 4K module to connect it, and they also sounded pretty muddy, and there was a distant crackle in the audio constantly too. Even though they perform the same at distance, this doesn't make this usable as an audio solution in my opinion. The real surprise in this test was how much clearer the BeatsX sounded, and I also preferred the option of just having the mic draped around my neck
and keeping my ears free. However, there was also a background crackle, which also means, unfortunately, it's also unusable. And the fact that there was a crackle for both the Bluetooth options makes me think that this is some kind of Bluetooth audio implementation problem that Insta360 needs to fix for the One R. The syncing problem with the AirPods is just unforgivable though, and it was much worse than the BeatsX, and even that seemed a little out of sync. What did you think? I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, one of the best solutions for the One R that I've seen is connecting the One R to the Rode Wireless Go microphone and lavalier mic system. And I have that test ready to go for you, except I don't have the Insta360 One R mic adapter yet. Now, I tried to do this on the fly with the DJI Osmo Pocket adapter I had already, but in case you're thinking of trying that, it didn't work for me. So watch out for my video testing the Rode Wireless Go with the Insta360 USB-C adapter sometime soon, if I can get hold of one. If you've enjoyed today's video, I think you'll enjoy this in my One R series of videos too. Don't forget to share this video if it was useful and subscribe for more. I'd love to have you as part of my community. My name is Sam Johal. Thanks for watching and good night.